I have a confession to make. I am a cover snob. My immediate reaction is that I just won't buy a book with an ugly cover. And I know I'm not alone in this. The quality of a cover says a lot about what's inside the book. Don't judge a book by its cover is great advice for meeting new people, but not necessarily for books. I'm Amy Leigh Strickland, and in today's episode of Indie Visible, I'm here to tell you why indie authors need to hire professional cover designers. Now, a handful of indie authors have the skill set to make their own covers. I've seen it done well, but more often than not, I've seen it done terribly. Unless you're confident enough in your own skills to apply for a job in a major publishing company as a cover designer, I'd suggest you hire someone. Now, you gotta pay for editing and layout and printing that first batch of books, and then there's the table at the convention you're going to and swag for your giveaways. Oh, and let's not forget web space. That costs money. Cover design might seem like a really easy place to skip out on the expense. After all, you have no guarantee that your book is even gonna sell, right? Well, using a mediocre cover will make that a self-fulfilling prophecy. The cover is your first chance to tell readers what's inside your book. It's the best way to catch their attention. That cover is your first impression, and it will determine a lot of what your readers think of your book. Investing in a quality cover is not only a chance to communicate an idea or an aesthetic about your book, but it also shows that you believe in your product enough to spend a little cash on it. If you can't be bothered to spend money on your product, why should anyone else spend their money on it? What's worse, publishing with a terrible cover shows that you don't have a self-critical eye, which makes readers worry if you'll be able to then look at your own writing with the same critical eye and see what needs improvement. Now, it's really easy to tell you what not to do when making a cover. Don't use 80 different fonts. Don't put red text on a high contrast background. Don't stretch images out of their proper proportions or make them pixelated. Don't violate copyright. Don't try to hide that you're violating copyright by slapping 17 filters from Photoshop on it. Don't put yet another romance novel out there with Francesco Cura on the cover. I know his stock images must be cheap or something, but I see him every time and all I can think is that one time that I used him to be Wolverine in a role-playing game. Pretty much don't do anything that's going to get you on lousy book covers. Link in the description. Check it out. Tragically hilarious. It's a tragic comedy. It's a lot harder to tell you how to make a good book cover in the time we have for this brief video. In fact, people go to school for that kind of thing. I went to art school for performing arts, so I don't make my own book covers. I may not be able to tell you how to make a good book cover in this video, but I can tell you how to find a good cover artist. First of all, your cover designer need not be the artist who does the illustration or photo for your cover. Not all illustrators and photographers are good with text, so you can divide and conquer. Just make sure to check the rights that you're getting on the image and the design, and make sure that you're getting the right to print it indefinitely and to put it on swag. DeviantArt is a great place to look to find young, starting out illustrators who are willing to work for a modest fee. Never ask someone to work for exposure. And unless you already have a TV deal or they're your family, don't expect an artist to work for potential royalties on a book that may never sell. Pay your artists. Most importantly, don't let loyalty or hey, it's free guilt you into using a bad illustration on your cover just because a friend did it. I know you're worried about hurting their feelings, but this is your business and your livelihood. And you really don't want your book cover to end up on the hashtag art for the refrigerator on Tumblr. Once again, lousy book covers in the links. Now, there are options for all price ranges. Some sites sell pre-made book covers that you just insert your title into, and those can be really good if you're looking for something kind of generic. Still, designers who work with indie authors can frequently be very reasonable with their pricing. A couple $100 might seem like a lot to you right now, but over the entire life of your book, that's nothing. And it's going to be used in every advertisement and every piece of swag, every Facebook post that you make. So it better be good. Get it done right the first time and you won't have to pay to recover your books after launch. And lastly, don't underestimate the difficulty of typography. It's a lot more complicated than it looks. Yes, we all know how to type on Microsoft Word, but there's way more to it. Not only are there legal issues with fonts, but a bad text layout on a cover can ruin an otherwise fabulous illustration. Are you still feeling a little lost? Visit indie-visible.com and check out the Pub Hub. We've got some fantastic artists there who have been vetted by our team and who work for really reasonable prices. They're professionals. They're really good. Check them out. Every book I bought at Utopia this year has a gorgeous cover on it. I mean, look at these. Look at that. I didn't even know what that one was about. I just saw it from across the hall and was like, let's go look at it. That, I lusted over that cover for a year before I bought that. See, it's on swag. It's like, you're gonna use that cover. Are you an author who already has a beloved cover artist? Give them some love in the comments below. Link their website or portfolio. Help other people watching this video find someone, because we don't need more ugly book covers in the world. And as indies, we don't need to keep fighting against that poor quality reputation. Put a good cover on it. Check the links below for that PubHub page. I'll be back in October with a video to prepare you for NaNoWriMo, that's National Novel Writing Month. And don't forget to like and share this video with your friends. We don't have to live in a world with bad book covers. Help stand in the fight.
Hey Amy, thanks for letting me help out. This is AJ from Smashwords. As a formatting quality vetter with over 3 years of experience in the industry, I have personally looked at over 15,000 different titles. Now the best advice that I can give to you is to invest in a quality cover. Your book's cover is a promise that you are giving your readers that what they're about to embark in with your story is superb. Investing in a quality cover also shows that you have the confidence to basically stand behind what you've written as well. Trust me, I've seen the worst. I've seen people who have written 500-page epics and then go into MS Paint and slap together a cover in under 5 minutes. Those books don't sell really. Now, I know that we're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but trust me, you can judge some authors by the cover that they feel that their books deserve. Your books deserve the best. Make sure that you get at them. Bye.